Now, as a New Yorker, I got to take exception to Jimmy's, his comments here. You know what I'm talking about?
He don't like New York.
No, he's not a big fan of New York or Long Island here.
He hates Jersey. He don't like New York. He don't like the people. He don't like the traffic. He don't like the grime. He's not a New Yorker.
He don't like the prices. I think that's the problem.
No, he's got an aversion to up here. You can't get him up here. I mean, he just doesn't like it. He never did.
No, and he continues on with comments. If you listen to his podcast today, he's quick to get a job in New York City anytime he can. So let's. We have called this next clip Cornette and NYC, and let's hear what his gripes are.
I understand that you charge promoters a nuisance fee when you come up to New York. Is that true, Jim?
Yes, that is true, because New York is more annoying than anywhere else in the world. It does automatically add money to my fee when I have to come anywhere in the New York area.
But isn't that offset by the nuisance fee you pay the promoters to put up with you?
Oh, Wade, please, please, please. Just sit over there and listen and learn, as woman said, and everybody will be okay. No, Wade is wonderful. Wade is the boy wonder of professional wrestling.
Yes, he is.
When Meltzer and Arezzi and Beverly and myself and everybody are all dead and gone, Wade will have nobody to write about.
And I'll still be the boy wonder.
That's it. One of the finest newsletters out there today is the Pro Wrestling Torch. We're going to get back on the phones. Jim from Uniondale.
Yeah, John.
How you doing, Jim?
I just want to say, Jim Cornette, I hope you remember me from the convention. If not, picture, hoo hey hut hey hut hip hip.
I remember you now.
It's an honor to be memorized. Thank you, sir. I just wanted to say, the comments that you had about the wrestling, I always agree with you, Jim. You got to get back on the line with the honest and true stuff. No more snakes or anything like that. It's getting ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's ludicrous.
It's getting harder to watch. They give a slight storyline, then right out the window with the animation and that. On the other hand, I just wanted to call and say I wanted to wish Jushin Liger good luck on his match against Brian, because I hope to be there and I want to see that one. So,
Jushin, you like to say something?
Hi. Arigato.
Okay, Jim.
Yes.
Thank you. I just wanted to say that. And Mr. Cornette, I hope to see you again someday.
Thanks a lot, man.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jim.
That was Jim, too.
That was Jim also.
That's right, I forgot Chuck's. Sorry.
Okay, we're going to go to line 4. John from Queens.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, hi. Hi, John. How you doing, man? I'm a big fan of yours. I listen to the show every week.
Thank you.
I'd like to ask you a few questions. Where's Hillbilly Jim, man?
Jim is listening.
Hillbilly Jim? No, Hillbilly Jim.
Yeah, yes, Hillbilly Jim. He's here also. He's here with me.
Huh?
He's here with me.
Hey, y'all.
He don't wrestle anymore? He doesn't announce or anything?
No, actually, he's running a chitlin stand in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
All right.
Actually, he works for Coliseum Video. He does some promotional appearances, helping sell WWF videos to video dealers around the country.
All right.
Anything else?
Yeah, your prediction. Starcade. You worry about that?
The Warrior?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You don't think he is?
No.
I thought I heard your show before.
Huh? Sorry about that, John, but we're going to go to the Black Irishman from Hicksville.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
The Black Irishman, how are you?
Fine, thank you, John. First, I'd like to ask a question of Wade, the boy wonder. I wonder if he's a boy.
Excuse me?
Wade, do you know what town in Frozen, Minnesota, Jesse, my favorite all-time wrestler, the Body Ventura, is mayor of up in Minnesota?
Brooklyn Park, Minnesota.
What is the name of it again?
Brooklyn Park.
Brooklyn Park?
Yes.
You don't have a zip code on that, do you?
I don't.
Why don't you just go check with the post office, Mr. Black Irishman, and you'll be able to get the zip code for Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, and write a letter to the mayor, Jesse the Body. Let's go back on the lines. Tim from Eatontown, New Jersey. Tim, you're next.
Hey, John.
How are you today?
I'm doing all right.
What's happening?
No, not much. I was just listening to the talk about what's been going on as far as the WWF is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
And my comment to that is, for the past month or so, I've been having to act as FCC censor of my house as far as wrestling goes. Starting with the steroid thing, and I explained to my son, who's 5.5, who watches wrestling with me, that that all these guys are on drugs, or a lot of them on drugs, and how that is a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
As far as these guys that he idolizes is concerned. And then with the whole snake thing.
That was scary for me to watch that.
Then so I was we're just sitting there the Saturday afternoon like we always do, watching the thing, and all of a sudden, boom, there's the snake thing with the red thing across thing, and it's like, Dad, what's going on? What are they doing? So then the next day they reran it, during your show, and he usually watches that while I'm listening to your show, and I had to come out and change the channel when it came on.
And your son is 5 years old, you say?
5.5.
Uh-huh.
And then as far as what happened on Tuesday, I was taping it for him to watch, and I couldn't even. I let him watch the Hulk Hogan match. Then I had to explain to him, or he was watching. He was telling me like Hulk Hogan cheated, but I couldn't even let him watch the thing with Randy Savage.
So basically, you're telling us that you're screening wrestling for your.
I have to screen wrestling in my own house. Before I can let my kid watch it. Now, a product that's geared, allegedly is being geared towards children, they can't even watch it. So if the adults don't want to watch it because they're disgusted with it, now the kids can't even watch it.
Yeah. Well, that's certainly a situation where it's developing more. Some of the angles that are getting so hardcore, I guess parents are screening their kids from it, and you're an example of that, Tim. I appreciate you calling up and giving us your comments on that.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. John, can I make a comment about that?
Go ahead, Jim.
It just kind of chaps my lips that professional wrestling shouldn't be geared toward kids to begin with.
Yeah.
And traditionally it wasn't in the past. Professional wrestling was professional wrestling. Is a sometimes violent sport. There weren't snakes and people being eaten by man-eating lizards and all this other garbage. But the point is, I think what the WWF has done is trying to have their cake and eat it too. They spent the past 5 years saying, "Oh, we're wholesome family entertainment. We're geared toward kids. We want all the little kids to see these superheroes." And now they're throwing in snakes and coffins and all this other stuff, which is fine for adults, but and it would be fine under normal circumstances, but not after they spent the past 5 years telling people, "Oh, this is stuff for kids."
Mm-hmm.
Professional wrestling should be professional wrestling, and sometimes it's violent, and sometimes it's humorous, and sometimes it's exciting, and always it's supposed to be some kind of quality. But it should be professional wrestling, and then people would be aware of what was going to go on. And if they didn't want their kids to see guys getting beat up, well, then they don't have to let them watch. But there's almost nothing for adults anymore because things are so stupid. So you're left with an audience of kids, and then they throw that stuff in, which it shouldn't be seen by kids. It's just, to me, everybody's gone about this totally in a crazy, mixed-up way.
I know the WWF and Steve Planament have told the press that their stuff is violent, but it's no different than the Roadrunner cartoons. But I find it a lot different simply because I don't think there's many kids who have gone out and bought some TNT and exploded the rabbit in the backyard because they watched a cartoon, because kids know.
Well, now I tried to do that when I was a kid, but unfortunately the fuse went out.
But most kids, I think, can see the difference, except for Jim Cornette, between cartoon and reality. But the problem is wrestling blurs those lines, and unless they're going to define the lines better and come out and tell kids, okay, I'll, have everybody come out after they've been snake bitten and smile and have and dressed and hugging each other or shaking each other's hands, like, okay, didn't we do a good job? If they do that, then it might be then you might have a case to say, okay, it's like the Roadrunner cartoon, but they don't do that.
Well, if they did that, nobody would watch.
And it's not like that, and no one. So you can't I think exactly what Jim said was that you can't. They're having their cake and eat. They're trying to have their cake and eat it too, and it's not going to work.
No, just the whole snake deal was just, like I said before, was very hardcore. And this thing with Elizabeth and Jake the Snake slapping her around the way he did this past Tuesday, you just keep wondering, what are they going to do next? Because they're going to want to make this feud probably come to a climax at WrestleMania. What is in store for the fans and the viewers out there from now to WrestleMania? What's going to happen to Elizabeth, and what are the youngsters of America going to have to see on TV?
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a pay-per-view between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania to kind of compete with WCW having so many pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Except it's not a wrestling event because they don't want to steal the thunder of Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. It's the Jake Roberts Elizabeth rape trial.
There you go.
Hey, now I'll pay for that one.
There you go.
I'll pay for that one right there.